Hi, I'm Joel Salatin with Polyface Farms. Join me on January the 3rd for the White Mountain Garden Talk on KVWM 970 AM from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be talking about the future of our food sources. If you have any questions for me that you'd like us to read on the air, or if you are interested in being a call in guest, please send your questions or requests to be a caller to White Mountain Garden Talk at gmail.com. That's White Mountain Garden Talk, all one word, at gmail.com. Looking forward to chatting with you all up there in the White Mountains. Thank you.
So tell me about what's going on with the Emancipation Act then.
Well, I mean, there is no such thing. It's just an idea. And I mean there's numerous ways to word it, but basically the idea is that two consenting adults engaging in freedom of choice for their microbiome's provenance should not have to ask the government's permission to engage in a food transaction. That's a that's about as simple as I can make it. So
Right.
I'm not talking about exports. I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm not talking about, Whole Foods and Amazon and Kroger's and all that. I'm saying if you and I want to engage in a food transaction of any type, we should be able to engage in it. So if I have a home processed pig that I've turned into pepperoni, and you want my pepperoni, I should be able to sell it to you.
Yes. And we were just talking about that before you came on too,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
Matt and Michelle here, they raise meat birds
Yeah.
too.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
if I want to, if I make a great chicken pot pie, and we're friends at church, or you're my neighbor, or you come to me and say, "Man, I'd love to buy your chicken pot pie," I should be able to sell it to you without a bureaucrat in between of us.
is there something that people can do on a local level to stand up for that? Because we're here laughing because we're a ranching community up
Yeah,
here, farming and ranching community up here.
yeah, yeah. Well, unfortunately, the regulations on this are all pretty much all at the federal level. Now, there are some things at the local level. For example, in our county, they consider an inspected kitchen, which I mean, just forget the inspection, but they view a kitchen that you're selling food out of to be a manufacturing facility, and therefore not allowed in an agriculturally zoned area because that's manufacturing. So those kind of things would go by the wayside too, and those are all local. Those are kind of land use zoning type stuff. But when it comes to the actual, you know, uh, uh, butchering of an animal, I mean, anybody can sell a live animal, anybody can sell a tomato, but as soon as you turn that into a value added, ready to eat product or a convenience product, now suddenly there's a whole stack of regulations. Most of them are from the federal level. Now there have been some states that have done cottage food laws.
Mhm.
Wyoming, Maine has a good one. Tennessee has a good one. They're coming on, but they only allow you to use legal, inspected foods.
Mhm.
And so what good is it if I can make um if I can make and sell whatever canned beef stew from my kitchen? That's a great freedom, but I still have to go to a federal inspected processing plant to get the beef processed. And what if I want to do it in my backyard? What if a neighbor has a front end loader, and on a appropriately temperatured
Mhm.
day we want to shoot it in the field and string it up and not put it on a truck and send it away, and do it on our own farm, so we get the guts, we can compost the guts. Now we've got fertilizer, and we never put the animal on the stress of a highway, and
Mhm.
we get all the value of it instead of paying $700 to a facility to fabricate our animal that we grew and raised and the only day in its life it ever saw a highway was the day before it was killed. That's crazy.
Now, doesn't the stress change the meat as
Yes.
well?
Yeah, it
Mm.
can. That's why Temple Grandin says that if your animals are not used to being on a trailer, you should start about a month before you go and put them on a trailer 1 day a week, or run them around the block, unload them, and give them some nice clover hay or something as a treat, and so that you've got several trips under their belt where they think that, oh, this is a wonderful thing. I'll get this treat at the end of it.
Now, how many animals do you have year round? I mean, do you keep your meat birds, your chicken, your hens year round? Because you free range most everything,
Right.
right?
So we have laying hens year round. In the winter, for about 90 to 100 days, they're in hoop houses, tall tunnels, so they can stay warm
Mhm.
and stay out of the snow and the freeze. Of course, we have cows year round, pigs year round. The only thing that we don't have year round is turkeys and meat chickens. But layers, pigs, rabbits, all that, cows are all, we have that year round.
How big are your hoop houses?
We have five of them. Two of them are 20 by 120, and three of them are 30 by 120. Oh,
Awesome. What's for supper?
I have no idea, but it's always good.
Awesome. All righty. Well, Joel, thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you, Lisa. All right.
All right.
Great.
All
Take care.
right.
Thank you.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye.